Many people infected with hepatitis B, a viral infection that attacks the liver and can cause both acute and chronic disease, do not know their status. This is because the disease is largely asymptomatic, meaning the symptoms don't always occur or are not obvious. This was the case for 28-year-old Salina Sitet from Mogotio in Baringo County, who was diagnosed with the disease in 2025. It took an antenatal clinic visit for her to discover that her body was playing host to an uninvited guest that posed a risk to her liver and her unborn baby.
Nilikuwa na miezi 5. Kaenda kupimwa nikapatikana na hiyo ugonjwa ya hepatitis B. Hapo nikapewa dawa.
The World Health Organization estimates that about 87% of people who have hepatitis B, like Sitet, who did not know her status, are at a greater risk of passing it on to others. And in her case, the risk of transmitting the infection to her baby was great.
Nilistuka sana kwa sababu hapo nyuma tulikuwa na harakati za my brother mwenye alikuwa mgonjwa na alikufa na hiyo ugonjwa.
Transmission of the virus from mother to child remains a significant threat towards efforts to achieving a hepatitis-free generation globally. While this is preventable with vaccination, pregnant women from high-risk counties like Baringo, that has a hepatitis B prevalence rate of 10.8, continue to grapple with barriers like proximity to health facilities that expose them and their babies to chronic hepatitis. This further hampers efforts in line with this year's theme for commemoration of World Hepatitis Day that calls for the removal of barriers that stand between people and service that can save lives.
Mahali napata dawa ni Marikat na mimi naenda huko na 1500. Maybe mtu asipopata transport ataluso tu.
Babies born to mothers with hepatitis B can be protected from contracting the virus. Experts say their first 24 hours of life is critical in breaking the transmission cycle. Here in Baringo County, that journey for most mothers and their unborn babies begins here at the Marigat Sub-County Hospital.
Those whom they turn positive, we initiate them, we do the assessment, and they are linked to care. We do the family testing so that we can be able to break the chain and be able to assist those, to identify those who are also sick, who might be having the virus within their families, and we are able to also assess them for treatment or give them what they require if they turn positive or if they are negative.
Currently, we found 66 were positive for hepatitis B. And we started them on treatment. And for the 33 babies that were born, we found all of them were negative.
Experts warn that approximately 90% of children infected in their first year of life develop chronic hepatitis infection. 1 in 4 children with chronic hepatitis, according to data by UNICEF, die from either liver cancer or liver disease. In 2020, the World Health Organization recommended that pregnant women with hepatitis B with high viral loads receive tenofovir prophylaxis from 28th week of pregnancy until at least birth in its new guidelines to reduce vertical transmission of the virus.
When a mother is infected, the virus can pass through the placenta to the child, but most of these transmission occur at birth.
Once she's screened, if there is DNA testing, we do the DNA. And if the DNA is more than 200,000 copies, then the mother is put on prophylaxis. So we want the generation which is coming is free. And once the child is born, the birth dose is a must within 24 hours. And then thereafter, we follow the normal pentavalent, the 3 doses to complete the schedule.
This suppression, according to scientist Ochuoto, is progressive, and those who are started on medication at the 3rd trimester of pregnancy often get a viral suppression within 4 to 6 months of adherence to medication. While the disease is largely vaccine preventable, the world is far from achieving a clean generation. Just like what is currently being witnessed globally, Kenya is also grappling with a low coverage of hepatitis B birth dose, which is not included in the country's routine immunization schedule.
It is one of the oldest vaccines that has been developed. Yet, this vaccine, in most cases, is not actually available in the country. If we effectively use vaccines, we can control the hepatitis in a very huge way.
Lack of financial commitment to introduce hepatitis B birth dose persists in high-burden countries like Kenya. Coupled with challenges like home deliveries and access to care, the disease continues to threaten the country's most vulnerable, whose immunity is not fully prepared to face a disease of such magnitude. But even as Kenya rushes to ensure a clean generation from hepatitis B, availing these vaccines through leveraging local manufacturing and financing is a critical step. Experts advise will go a long way in combating the disease in a more comprehensive and sustainable manner. Gloria Milimu, KTN.